Hi, this video is designed to um, basically help me not to have to repeat the same thing over and over. And in case you haven't recorded your lesson as I usually suggest, you have a kind of a reminder. So a bit of theory and one exercise for you that is going to be very, very helpful to your technique. So the thing that I am probably trying to repeat, and I said it at the lesson, is that when we make a voiced sound, when we sing, we basically our chords close together, adduct, and start vibrating, thanks to the air being moved through them. The closure must be complete if we want to produce a pure sound, what we call a pure sound, a pure tone. If you see, if they are not completely closed, you have what we call a breathy tone. Oppositely, if they are too pushed together, with too much tension, with too much energy, then we have the opposite effect, which is another a problem that often people come in the studio with, is that they have what we call pressed phonation. So basically, the larynx is tensed so much that the sound feels throaty. So your aim is to learn to produce a balanced tone, what we call the balanced tone, not breathy, not rest. And when we do that, singing is a pleasure. Is a pleasure for the ear of the listener and for ourselves, because we have no tension, and we have total control over the tone, both in terms of the range of notes, the pitches that we can sing, and for me, most importantly, over the dynamics that we choose to employ in our phrasing. So go with the exercises that I gave you to find proper, healthy, balanced phonation. The exercise that I must have given you also, I will repeat it. It's a silent exercise that you can try on your own. You can develop on your own. So to learn the process of what it feels to have appoggio, the appoggio that we talk about, this sense of breath that is not escaping quickly from you and is not pressing under your vocal cords, augmenting the subglottal pressure, and makes you feel in total control. So how do we have this? First of all, as I told you in the lesson, most likely, I say to everybody, you want to be to stand in a erect position, feeling tall but at the same time relaxed. So without it's not the soldier. It's much more like a ballerina. So tall, elegant, gentle, back of your neck longer than the front, and this kind of feel of this internal smile. Actually, talking about that, it will help if you keep your tongue at resting position, which is basically glued to your hard palate. You keep your tongue there throughout the exercise. You will feel an active engagement in your torso, in your abdomen, in your belly, let's say, but not in all your torso. So slowly, the first step is this: slowly pace. Quiet inhalation over. Let's start with a count of 4. So you inhale slowly, and I ask you to be careful not to take too much air, because you don't want to overfill your lungs with air. You want to have just enough air for you to feel satisfied, content with what you just inhaled. So you just inhale for 4 slowly. Then the second part of the exercise is that you remain in suspension, in this inspiratory position that you reached, for a count of 4. It's very important that you don't close at the glottal level. This whole exercise doesn't involve the larynx, so the vocal cords are open. Inhale silently, hold it, like if you're waiting to say something, and then you Exhale, again by pacing the exhalation, the exit of breath, over a count of 4. So you see these 3 stages are equally distributed. 4, 4, 4. And again, it's important that you don't make a sound. It's you don't want an audible exhalation, so you don't want to hear. Everything is silent. Exhalation. And so increases, of course, you want to increase the numbers of these 3 phases equally and gradually. What else? It's great if you start, I don't ask you anything else, but just pay attention, monitor the feeling that you have in the torso, in your body, in your throat, and just keep doing this exercise. It will be a discovery, a real important discovery of how your body works in this way. Remember that the most important phase, actually, to me, as I told you probably in the lesson, is that when you stay in that suspended inhalatory position, in which everything feels like, wow, a dream. There is no tension anywhere in your body. That is the sensation, my friend, that you will have when you're actually singing. So when we are phonating, we keep this internal pressure on, that there is nothing deflating or pressing, abdominals, chest displacement, that is gonna affect the subglottal pressure. We stay in negative pressure most of the time, until of course the end of a very long phrase. That's the exercise. So I don't have to repeat myself, and you have it, and you can use it whenever, go back to this exercise as a beginner, whenever you need. Bye-bye, and I'll see you next time, possibly a lesson. Bye.